Let's see.
The ghost of Jesse's past.
Well, I look fine. Alright. We're gonna just like assume your camera's gonna get better.
Oh, I'm good when I'm on your side.
Yeah.
But when I'm over you.
I don't know, man. I could play with yours a little more. You want me to play with you?
No, just see how it goes.
You want me to play with it? You want me to play with your thing?
No.
Are you sure you don't want me to play with your thing here?
Not in any iteration of those words.
You look like you're phase shifting right now. That's what.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Every time someone tries to do anything to me that I don't like, I just phase shift on them, and then they don't know what to do.
Zombie Jesse.
Thank you guys for joining us. This is the OoOoh Friday Morning Show with Pete Nelson and Jesse Katz. Quick thing, just right up front. Any opinions expressed by myself or Jesse are purely artistic and may not even represent our true values as people. The people that support this show and all this sort of stuff too, like they are not. This is all. Who knows? That's our disclaimer. Also, thank you to our Patreon subscribers. We'll be. I got to give them some content. I think 2 of these in a row.
Yay!
2 of these in a row. We've had we've told people we're going to put stuff out on our Patreon, and then I haven't. So maybe when we get more Patreon subscribers, we'll do that.
Come on, people.
What's today, Jesse? Do you know what day it is? It's Friday the 7th.
Friday the 7th of February, 2025.
Please consider supporting our Patreon. This is all part of the Humboldt Barnacle Studio, right?
We got bills to pay too.
Yeah, we do. I gotta get you to breathe away from your microphone when you breathe.
Well, if it wasn't so close.
Yeah, you gotta just turn your head. Imagine. Thank you for everyone who supports us. Please consider supporting our Patreon. Follow us on Instagram at Humboldt Barnacle, and all that other stuff. It's Friday. There's shows this weekend. I can't wait to see. And we basically have 2 halves of Elderberry Rust string band playing downstairs at Crisp here.
Tonight?
Tonight and tomorrow night.
Yay.
But that's gonna be pretty exciting. Tomorrow night also at the
Four Swords Tattoo Parlor in Arcata.
Four Swords Tattoo Parlor. We have a comedy show where we're gonna be tattooing comedians during their sets. Not all of them, but some of them.
I might even be getting a tattoo tomorrow.
Yeah, you're getting a tattoo. We have a few other friends that are getting tattoos. And then what else is up that coming week? Friday, Valentine's Day, here at the Crisp Lounge, we'll be doing karaoke. And then also at the new Cali Planet Sports Lounge in Eureka on 5th Street, right after the corner. There's going to be a grand opening show with some comedy at it. I'm going to do some comedy. I think we have a couple other comedians performing down there too.
Hey, Pete.
Hey.
I heard a rumor that you might be performing with Ben Bailey of Cash Cab this month.
Yes.
Tell me all about that.
That'll be February 25th, Tuesday, at the Arcata Theater Lounge. Please come on out. If you can't make it that day, though, February 26th, Wednesday, right after it, we have Dan McGowan coming out to Blue Lake Casino, the Wave Lounge. He's from Dry Bar Comedy and so much more. I know he's from something else, though, too. Oh, Last Comic Standing and Dry Bar Comedy. He's going to be coming out. We have Top Santa Little Star, local comedian. She's going to be featuring, and I think Edwin Espinosa and Markle's Money Scratcher are going to be coming out, too.
Woo-woo.
So that's going to be really fun for some comedy shows. I don't know. That's all plugging. We're not talking about any subject matter.
Ben Bailey.
Oh, Ben Bailey. Yeah, Ben Bailey from Cash Cab will be coming out to the ATL.
Ben Bailey.
That'll be really fun. Hey, so what's up, Jesse? How's your week been?
My week's been like most weeks. I finally got home from my exile for the repairs, and I've been trying to figure out where all my stuff went. They basically took everything from one side of the room and piled it all on the other side of the room. I'm slowly digging through piles.
Do you guys have questions about Jesse's new apartment situation? You can call in anytime through our Instagram. This isn't live. Just leave us a message on our Instagram. We'll do an AMA for Jesse. Jesse just, what did you do again? How are we describing? You just had his bathroom. His bathroom.
Bathroom totally remodeled and a new hot water heater.
All right. How do you think that impacts the upcoming election?
I don't think it has any significance whatsoever to the upcoming election.
All right, and
That's also 4 years from now if you're talking president.
And that's the news.
Dun dun dun.
Jesse, so like, what was your week like? You just fucking hung out with me the whole time. What do you do in your off time?
I sit around the house. I smoke big fatties, and I play on my phone.
And that is our local current events, ladies and gentlemen.
That is pretty much my existence when I'm not with you.
Yeah.
As pitiful as that may be.
No, it's not pitiful. It's just codependent. What's on my mind? I've been trying to develop opinions.
Here.
None. I'm working on my opinions, Jesse. I don't have opinions on enough stuff, and it bothers me. So I was trying to work on that.
So you work on it with a guy who you know doesn't give a damn about anybody's opinion.
Jesse's like basically if you made a cupcake into a person, he's just like, he's a little sweet, soft guy, and then he says stuff like that. Can you imagine? He's like that movie, The Mask. You remember when Ben Stein was like, oh yeah, he's a little mask, and sometimes we wear masks to whatever his lines were in that movie.
There is very little sweet and not at all anything soft in this skin bag.
Jesse, you just wear masks. You are a skin bag too, though. What?
I disagree.
You wear masks. I think that
I'm exactly what you see in here.
What did you want to do when you were a kid and you wanted to like grow up and when I grow up I'm going to be a firefighter or an astronaut? What was your dream? Just
weed mogul.
Weed mogul.
I wanted to be a weed mogul. Like those guys that would sell heroin or crack.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that, but with weed.
You just wanted to. It's safer here. I'm fixing.
Be a weed kingpin.
I'm gonna save the world through cannabis.
Well, I didn't really want, heroin and crack cocaine are very harmful substances. So I didn't want to do that. And I found that weed is a very therapeutic and helpful thing. So figured I could get rich by helping others. That would be the thing to do.
I don't think you can help others and get rich, though, right? You're like sequestering the value for yourself at the end of the day.
Maybe I made that statement wrong. I made a pretty good living off of weed over the years. They kind of fucked it up with this legalization stuff, but it is what it is.
What if everyone got a beagle?
A what?
Would that be beagleization?
Beagleization.
Yeah,
yes, if everyone got a beagle, that would be beagleization.
Every beagle comes with an ounce of cannabis. Well, beagleization is great.
Oh, I'd have a whole herd of beagles.
What about if we all got a bald eagle?
I got 400 beagles in the back 40.
That's the most American thing is like bald eagle cannabis delivery.
I do know.
I love eagleization.
There is a company that will deliver your weed by drone.
They'll deliver your weed by drone?
Yes.
Do you think the drone steals a little bit of it though? Like as it's like passing it off, like the drone goes and like lands at its friend's house and then they both smoke a little bit and then they like mix in some shittier weed with what you got and then you get it and you're like, oh, this is sealed so it must still be okay.
Would be flying a drone stone be the same as driving a car stone?
If you hit someone and have to explain yourself, yeah, you'd feel pretty similar. You'd be like, oh, well, what happened was okay, so I was high, but I had it. I fucking had it, right? And then the fucking drone, it just, it's like the road moved, but it's a drone, so it's like the air moved. You can't even see the air, and then you just, indemnify yourself from that point forward.
Kind of in the same vein, have you ever seen these YouTube videos of this dude that got like a radio-controlled truck, and he built a little box on the back, and he'll if he needs something from the hardware store, there's a little camera that looks over the front, and there's a little dude driving, and he'll just drive it down to he won't go with it. He'll just from his house drive it down to the hardware store with a little note saying what he wants and some money. And it's like hilarious to watch, because some people, they just get shocked and can't handle it. And then other people
And
see the humor
what's so
in it.
shocking about a remote control car with a camera?
They don't really know what to do, and they know they're on somebody's live feed.
That's like
That
at
always
least
makes folks uncomfortable.
that's like at least 40% of like 90s children's movies were about a kid with a remote control car with a camera on it that did mischievous things with it, right?
Well, he does too, because like those marshmallow peeps.
Yeah.
So one of his videos, he sends a truck down with a few bucks in it, and all he wants is yellow marshmallow peeps.
Yeah.
And it's not even like the right time of year. I forget what holiday peeps go with, but it's like not even the holiday they go with.
If anyone ever sent a remote control car after me, I would just kick it so hard. So if I saw it like come through the automatic doors at like the Ace Hardware or something like that, I'd be like, oh shit, look at this, guys. And I'd go run up and like field goal kick it across the parking lot. And then that would be their YouTube videos, just like...
Dude might need a flange, you don't know.
Well, I mean, it's like, just come in the store, man. And then it's like, please call ahead of time if you're sending a remote control car. But also, that's like a cumbersome mental task. It's like putting... someone on a phone tree, for when you're trying to call in about something. They're like, oh, just press 1, press 2, wait 20 minutes, this, that.
I think you're over... I just think you're making this way bigger than it is. So, like, for instance, the lady at the store said, do you want 1 peeps or 2? And the little dude in the front can, like, nod or... So yeah. She's like, do you just want 1 peep? And it goes, nods up and down, yes. And then, beep, beep.
Beep, beep.
And so he only got 1 container of peeps, paid for them, and it said, they just backs his little truck right out the front door. It's amazing because some people get totally annoyed by it, and then other people just think it's the cutest, most hilarious thing they've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground. They either get totally pissed off by it.
Dude.
There have been like some shopkeepers who are like, get out of my store.
Well, yeah. No, I feel like, and this reminds me of what happened to me at Planet Fitness yesterday, is people rope you into shit, right? And and so when you send in this remote control car to people, it's just like, no, I'm so hungover right now. Please don't do this to me. It's like a prank phone call even. And I was at Planet Fitness yesterday, and this guy came up, and he ran on the elliptical next to mine when there was all the other ellipticals there, and I was just trying to run. I was just trying to get in my hour. This guy, it's like the urinal rule, right? Where you don't urinate in the urinal next to me when there's a bunch of other ones, It's creepy and weird, and I'm not trying to do it. And so this guy, he's running. Next, he comes up. I've been running for half an hour. It's hard. Have you done cardio? It sucks. I don't like to do cardio. I'm just trying to run. And then this guy comes up and he looks me dead in the eyes and gives me a weird look. He's like, ah, and I'm just like, why are you giving me a creepy look? And coming across the gym to run at the same elliptical right next to me, and like he's almost like he's looking at me like he wants me to take my earbuds out so I can start a conversation with him. And I'm just so overwhelmed right off the bat. I only got 20 more seconds of this story. I'm so overwhelmed right off the bat. I'm just like, fuck this guy. This is so gross. I don't want any involvement in this. And I just grabbed my stuff, wiped off my elliptical, and left. And as soon as I was just like, whatever the hell this is, I'm going to get off the elliptical, the guy looks all disappointed at me. Right? He gives me this disappointed look like I didn't engage him in the conversation. I was like, don't any of this. Leave me alone. Cardio is hard enough. And I don't like
I'm desperate enough that I'm at Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. No, I get the elliptical, but I disagree with the urinal. Because if I'm not at the urinal next to you, how am I supposed to piss on your leg?
Dude, if anyone's like foot is over too far onto my side of the divider with the urinal, I'm going to pee on your foot. Make sure that you keep your foot over on your side of the divider, right?
They have dividers between the urinals? I've never been to Planet Fitness. The local.
Dude, yeah, they have dividers there. They only have 2 urinals too, so it's not really a big deal.
Always there, or was this like a COVID thing?
No, the dividers have been there. They're not really, I mean, they have the big benched area where you can all like see each other naked, and they're like, hey, if you want to do that, go do that over there. But then the bathroom area is a little bit more private, and they have private shit. You don't have to...
So I couldn't piss on your leg either way?
Not without paying me.
Oh, okay.
But
how about I just buy you like a six 6-pack of Kratom.
A six, yeah, that could work too. Kratom's pretty cool. I tried Kratom recently.
Kratom available at the Crisp Lounge, 2029 Broadway.
2029 Broadway. You're a great commercial person. All right. There was okay. So, the Planet Fitness was it's that guy was weird at Planet Fitness, and it's just like I don't want people to like rope me into shit, right? It just takes away.
You should be going to Planet Fitness.
I mean, no. I should be able to. Everyone should be able to be left alone if they want to be left alone, right? But then, like, I don't know. If people, it's so rude to rope, and then the fact that I don't know where I was going. I don't know.
You do not have the same constitutional rights in public that you do in private.
It's not about my rights. It's whether I want it or not. And if someone does something I don't want, whether they have the right to do it or not, I'm be like, fuck off.
Well, that's being
I don't want that. I'm not going to let that happen. That's not a thing I want to do.
Like, if I'm standing outside on public property, outside of Planet Fitness, I can film whatever I want. And there's not a goddamn thing anybody can say about it.
I have a bunch of, this June, I'm doing a comedy festival, and it's going to be really fun. I need you people's help for this festival.
Helping people.
We're just trying to get a bunch of people to go. We got like 50 comedians coming out to Shelter Cove June 6th through the 8th. There's a campground. There's hotels. They're hotels. They're like they're not motels. Yeah, there's little hotels, little inns over right on the water. Do yourself a favor. Run by HumboldtComedy.com. Click on the tab that says Shelter Cove Comedy Festival. I've done all the work to put all our information in one spot over there. All the links for the event. Go check it out.
Buy your tickets now.
Tickets are $40.
You wait too long, you're gonna miss out.
You're
gonna hate yourself forever.
The cool thing about this festival is that the tickets are what we take in at the door is going to be evenly split between all the comedians performing at the festival, including artists such as the musicians, or if we get fire dancers and stuff. It will be an even split. So every time any ticket is purchased, it'll be roughly like, who knows, somewhere from 50 cents to $1.50 for each of the final performers that go. Each ticket that gets bought. And I think that's really cool that everyone's going to be getting something from this. So what I'm asking is just we get large groups of people together to come out to this and make this their plan. We have so much time right now for this, for June 6th through the 8th, to get ourselves ready to go to the Shelter Cove Comedy Festival with over 50 comedians right in Shelter Cove, California.
Do not wait till the last minute or you may find yourself left out.
This is something I'm putting together, but everyone who's performing in this event will benefit equal to me. Everyone will be equally compensated through the pay split. So that's the important thing to remember about this event. Aside from the fact that it's going to be really, really fun, and if you check out my website, you'll see what I mean. And you can also ask any questions about it. It's kind of a plug. I feel like it's a really important, cool, fun thing we are going to be doing too.
Comedy, Bigfoot, all sorts of fun.
Yeah. But yeah. I think it's nice to get out in Arcata nowadays. There's a lot of fun spots. I was just at the Basement last night.
That's an awesome club.
Yeah, you did come to the Basement, right?
I did.
Who do we have?
I can't see the poster from here.
Where is it? Oh, we had Paul Conyers.
Yeah, Conyers. I was wearing this shirt right now.
We had Paul Conyers over at the Basement. We have
funny guy, that Paul Conyers.
Yeah, that's funny.
And really cool T-shirts too.
So I went out there to talk to the owner about some other shows that we're gonna do, and it's nice at the Basement the way the guy books the music there. It's some really good chill out music. The vibes are good, and that's something like I would go out to do multiple times. The square, the plaza, has been very well lit at night, and it's a cute place to go and check out the lighting and walk around. It's nice in Arcata. I've been happy about Arcata lately.
So happy for you.
We do the Arcata on Thursday nights. So just last night we do the Thursday night open mic. And it's in the basement of the Vets Hall. They have the nice little brick wall over there, and it's really fun. And we got some nice lighting and a full bar, and very interesting sets coming out there.
You can get up close to the comedians at the VFW.
Yeah, you can. That's where we had Rodney Norman come through. He played in the basement of the Vets Hall.
Not the basement club, the basement of the Vets Hall.
The basement of, yeah, I was just talking about the basement right before this too. So it's an important discretion. I don't know, but yeah, Jesse. So like, what? Did you ever own a car?
I have driven before.
Yeah, was it a stolen car?
Some.
You've driven a stolen car before?
I have indeed driven a stolen car before.
Yeah, it's past the statute of limitations, I'm sure, right?
I also have occasionally broken into people's houses.
I want to break out of someone's house because obviously I don't want to be in there if I have to break out of it, right?
No. You just go out the same way you came in.
Yeah,
generally.
but what if you're like, okay, so like, what's your social security number, Jesse?
None ya.
None you what?
None ya business.
Okay, but what are the numbers?
None ya.
None ya. All right, Jesse.
I'm putting my social security account over the airwaves. I think not.
Jesse, why do you always talk about your feelings so much?
I do.
You always talk about your feelings so much.
I do.
You do. Guys,
I do.
this next segment
I
is
don't
where we
have
talk
feelings.
about our values. Brought to you by my local therapy office.
And what kind of therapy is that, Pete?
Your therapist.
It's Dungeons and Dragons therapy.
Okay, let me volunteer the information if I want to. Don't just go and divulge my stuff. That's my.
Never said it before.
Yeah, I have, but it's my content. That's not yours. You come up with your own therapy content.
No.
Yes.
No.
You have no. Okay. Previous weeks we've gone over acceptance, adventure, assertiveness, authenticity, beauty, caring, challenge, compassion. This week we're going to go over connection.
Oh, God.
Connection, Jesse. To engage fully in whatever I am doing and be fully present with others. Jesse, I feel like this is actually sometimes you're not fully present.
This is painful.
I'm gonna call you out right now. I don't think you're fully present sometimes. I think sometimes you just talk and you talk over me. And it's like, where's the connection?
Oh my God.
I'm trying to just I'm just trying to throw some of my stuff out there. Just have an opinion. Here comes Jesse like a freight train, just talks over me. What do you do?
That's the
I already
way to
started
get a word
my
in
sentence.
edgewise.
I start my sentence, and then you just start talking in the middle of it. I'm like, I just guess I stopped talking. And then, even if you gonna throw up?
Yeah, I might. I just might.
Yeah.
Do I get a minute?
I was just trying to rant. Yeah.
Do I get a minute?
I could talk over
you. Can I co-rant?
Yeah. You're supposed to try and rant over me while I'm ranting.
I was, but
it makes for good show.
It's kind of hard when you're complaining about me talking over you to talk over you.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is necessary, because that's the only way to get a fucking word in edgewise. And then, when you and a certain owner of Crisp are together, I might as well not talk at all.
You were talking over me, man.
You're full of shit, man.
You were talking over me. Guys, if you have an opinion on whether I'm right or Jesse's right, you can call in now at 1-800-SLAP-JESSE.
But we all know I'm right.
Dude, could you imagine how much you would attack me physically if I ever slapped you?
Yeah, I would hospitalize you.
Why are you imagining that? I was kidding. You can actually imagine that? Why? I would never do that. I wouldn't do that to you, man.
Okay. Then you don't have to worry about what I said, do you?
Now I kind of feel like doing it, because you thought I would. And now I feel like if I'm going to do the crime, I might as well do the time, right?
Are you
do the
high?
time. How are you? All right. Connection. I feel like connection and being present, being truly, honestly present with the people around you. Are they? You need these people to be present with you too. Like, connection requires, it takes two to tango. Yeah,
Okay.
I couldn't do this show without you.
All right. But I think that's something that should not have to be analyzed. It should be natural.
As much as I want to wring your neck, Jesse, I couldn't do this without a co-host. And everyone else has a job.
Why? Yeah.
You feel
Hospitalized. Remember that part.
people always ask about your and my connection. They're like, "Is that your dad? Are you guys romantically involved?" You know, it's like, "No, Jesse's just some old dude I hang out with all the time." And everyone's like, "Well, that's fucking weird."
Take a fuck.
Half the time, it's weird that I'm hanging out with you, and then the other half the time, it's weird that you're hanging out with me, right? That's how people see it.
The only part that bothers me is people think we're related.
Yeah. We're only connected in a series of
Other
crimes.
than that, I could give less of a flying fuck what their opinion of it is at all.
I don't think fucks actually grew to have wings that were usable. They were vestigial.
So they bought a paraglider. What the fuck?
Exactly. You can read my book, What the Fuck, by Dr. Peter Nelson, MD.
Dr. Peter Nelson, MD.
Medical dinosaur. Dude, that'd be great if I was a Dr. Dinosaur.
Does that mean
Dinosaur
I'm
doctor.
just plain dinosaur?
Dude, I want to be a dinosaur. Dr. Dinosaur.
Okay, here we go. If you could be a dinosaur, what dinosaur would you be?
That's what they ask you at your interview at North Coast Horticulture Supply. But that, yeah. And I told them a velociraptor because it was tenacious. But nowadays, I would probably, I would have been the space alien.
That's
I would
not
be a reptilian.
dinosaur.
I would be a reptilian.
A reptilian space
Dinosaur descendant.
alien? Well, according to the great TV show Doctor Who, all them live in the center of the earth.
Yeah. Is that a fact?
I wouldn't say that. I said according to the great television show Doctor Who. That's
a doctor. Dude, is doctor like DR period the abbreviation? Can that be an abbreviation for dinosaur?
I don't
it'd
think
be
so.
Dinosaur Who? Can you make it Dinosaur Who and just make it Doctor Who, but Dinosaur Who?
You could.
You know? I could. No one's gonna stop me. This is the year 2025 where anything goes. All crimes are digital. We will eat food through our 3.5-inch floppy disks fed to us via the web. A spider web.
Let me guess. You volunteered to have Elon Musk put a chip in your head.
Dude, not my head, but...
Sir, are we done with this inane value?
No, connection. So connection, before I was rudely interrupted.
I think we need to move on to the next one.
Dude, connection means... No, because then you're not even showing a connection to the moment, dude. And I think... Oh, wait, yeah, I just started yelling at you when we were talking about this.
Here goes the psychobabble.
Okay, so Jesse
No.
needs to have more of a connection, I think. What ways can you feel more connected in your life, Jesse?
I don't care.
That's okay. So this isn't a value. This says values on the top of the list, but what you're saying is you don't value
This is not a value I have.
Oh my God! You know
Or
what?
this is not a value that I value.
This is not a value I prioritize. So you don't want to ever connect to stuff. You just want to float around like detritus.
No, I just think people over talk it. It should be like just natural. You either, I mean, to put it in English you might understand. It should be like a vibe. You should either just feel it or not with somebody. And if you don't, you don't. And if you do, then just roll with it from there.
What if vibes had to do with like what sort of skin mites and bacteria we had on us, and it's just like you had weird bacteria on you sometimes, and everyone's like,
God.
dude, Pete's got weird vibes because he's got this bacteria growing on him, and it's like this whole time, it's like, yeah, I think he's weird. It's like, no, it's actually he's got a growth.
It's just above your shoulders. It's about that long, about that wide.
Hey, you told people.
Some people call it a head.
You told me you wouldn't tell people about that. Are you sure you want to disconnect from connection?
I just.
All right.
You're putting words in my mouth again.
Well, do you want to go on to the next one? This one, the last one is connection. So, are we disconnecting? Disconnections.
We are disconnecting from connection.
Like, how can they include connection and not disconnection, right?
That's rude.
This is just trying to encourage you to be like psychologically
You
healthy.
have to be positive and happy all the time.
I value disconnection. They're like, oh, please don't. It's like, yeah, I don't want to talk to my family or friends or anyone anymore. It's just, oh, well, that's we said connection. It's like, yeah, I know, and I'm disconnecting.
Fucking humbug.
Do you want to guess our next one?
Oh God, positivity.
No, it's alphabetical order. It's a C word. Don't you say it.
I was going to say, you're asking me to say a C word over the air?
Number 10, contribution. To contribute, help, assist, or make a positive difference to myself or others.
I'm doing that right now.
You're contributing. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't be here unless I made you be here.
No, I probably wouldn't.
Yeah. Contribution. To contribute, to help, to assist, make a positive difference to myself or others. That's a good one. It's like, are you contributing? What are you into more, contributing to yourself or to others?
Others with the expectation that at some point they would do so in my behalf.
I kind of do that too. I get a lot of people that tell me not to do that though, right?
Well, it's very easy for people to take advantage of it, so you got to be careful.
How do you be careful but still, because like they look for your method of executing help and then they feed on that. And so it's like, in order to have a method, you have to be vulnerable, it looks like, for me, when I've seen it.
When you go from feeling good about helping somebody to be feeling stuck about helping somebody, that's when you stop. Like, the minute I start feeling obligated, I'm out.
Yeah, right.
Because that's one of those things people put on you,
That's how I feel about driving you everywhere.
Oh, okay. Like you're not free to say no at any time.
No, yeah, that's what I was thinking actually. As I was just like, man, I drive Jesse everywhere. I should just like stop doing that and save the money. And then I was just like, well, Jesse, I'm the one texting Jesse, hey, I'm on my way. Like literally every time, like, hey man, drop what you're doing. I'm coming to your house. And it's like,
well, there is
totally blaming you for that. You know?
Like, I never put gas in your tank. I never buy oil for your car. Never buy you dinner or lunch or breakfast.
I do have to get some oil here pretty soon.
I think it might just even out in the end.
Yeah.
Or not be as bad as you make it sound like it is.
So if you had, I think I
asked.
asked.
On the negative, Pete.
I did ask you that question. If you could have any car, what would it be? And then you said like a Bel Air.
That's a good choice.
I think it was a Bel Air, right?
57 Chevy with the big fins.
Yeah.
I'd have to hire you to drive it.
They need to make another one of those. So like, wait, what was our?
They'll never be.
Contribution. Okay, so when you contribute here, when's the last time you contributed to yourself?
Oh, I was doing that the last couple of weeks at the motel.
Oh yeah.
I was having a blast. Cable TV.
Hi, front desk. I need more sheets. Yeah, I know. I just asked for some. Okay, I got a lot of zinc in my system right now.
Not sheets. Towels.
Towels.
Because some idiot kept taking baths in my shower and using up all the towels.
Right. I only shower while doing a handstand.
Now, see, I was trying to keep it anonymous.
Can you imagine? Just have Pete die. He was doing a handstand in the shower and his hand slipped. So, I mean, it's just a bathtub there. So
I kicked his hand out from under him.
Whole body weight just landed on his face. One time, Jesse, oh my God, you would love this. I was walking home from the bar, and it was the one night that I was like the drunkest out of all the nights that I was walking home from the bar, right? Like I went to the bar, I walked to the bar so that I didn't have to drive home from the bar, right? I left my car at home, walked like a mile to the bar, not a mile, maybe like a quarter mile, and I'm walking home that night and I was just trashed, and I tripped on one of those sidewalk little fucking gardens, one of those little gardens with a tree in it, and I tripped so hard, and I was texting at the time, and so I was looking at my phone, but I was so wasted that I didn't even put my hands out in front of me to catch myself. I just caught the ground with my face, and I smashed it so hard right on my cheekbone, and my eyeball and my whole face, everything was all black and blue and so swollen. You have no idea, dude. It looked so heavy duty, and then like the next day I looked at myself in the mirror and just I stayed inside for like 3 days straight.
Tell the truth, Pete.
What?
You smacked me in the head and that's what you got.
Yeah,
There was
exactly.
no falling down.
Yeah.
It might have been drunk.
You're such a vicious, violent person, you know that?
I love it.
Yeah, it's like someone like taught you to do that, I'm sure.
Legally armed.
Legally dangerous?
Legally armed, dangerous person.
Dangerously armed legally.
Luckily, however, I smoke a lot of weed.
So like what is that world like where it's like, hey, we're gonna just get rid of all gun laws and everyone can have everything? Like what would that be like?
That will never happen in the United States.
Just federal gun law undoing.
That would be the impetus to the next Civil War.
What if the federal government we're taking away states' rights? And they're just like we're taking it's federal law for everyone now.
People like rednecks will start hiding their guns out in the hills. That would be the next Civil War. That would be the next North versus the South.
Now, like, aren't we already like?
Or worse. Really.
Aren't we already really upset with everyone that we're around all the time, anyways? Right?
Pretty much.
Like, there's always someone yelling at someone, and it's like, oh, avoid a civil war. It's like, have you been out there? Everyone hates each other. No one does anything for each other.
Well, I don't know if I'd go quite that far.
Why not?
Because I've seen that people do things for each other, just not as often as they probably should.
You said doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
All right.
Boo-boo.
Okay, so...
Poopalicious.
When's the last time you...
Poopalicious.
All right. Good job, Jesse. A+.
Poopalicious.
All right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're done with that one now?
No, we're going to talk about the last time you contributed to yourself.
I just don't do that.
What?
I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks.
How again?
In the motel, watching the cable TV.
That's how you contributed to yourself, is to watch a bunch of TV?
Yeah, got high and did comedy. And
Yeah, true.
all
You
kinds of
didn't
stuff.
do comedy. You went to comedy.
Okay,
You didn't do comedy.
whatever.
I've been trying to get you. No, you did go up. I can't believe you went up that one time. We're going to play a clip. Jesse Katz doing comedy.
Do that.
All right. Conformity. No. Contribution. Assist. Make a positive difference to yourself and others. When's the last time you made a positive difference to another person?
The last time I put gas in your car?
All right.
Actually, this very afternoon when I bought you lunch.
Yeah, that too. Yes, I absorb assets. We have come to the conclusion. Contribution, that's the one. Connection. All right. Do you value conformity, Jesse? To be respectful and obedient of rules and regulations?
Fuck no.
Obligations? You're a nonconformist?
Absolutely.
Who taught you to do that?
Anarchistically nonconformist.
Who taught you to be a nonconformist?
Life.
Yeah. So, like, are you a nonconformist all the time?
Yes.
So you conform to just all the time?
I conform to nonconformity.
Yeah, you do not conform. What's your least favorite rule that's something people accept?
Any rule whatsoever.
Okay, so let's just what rule? Okay, let's find one, a specific one. This isn't a manifesto.
I made my position pretty clear. I don't know what your problem is.
What you know? What rule I have a problem with is having to hold in my farts in places.
Why would you?
It's so hard to do it, but then can't like.
Well, it's like when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
When you gotta fart, you gotta fart.
It's just like always at the wrong time that I gotta.
Well, that's your personal malfunction.
It just turns into a problem if I'm trying to look cool, and then I gotta hold it in.
That's when you let it rip and then you blame it on the guy that's across from you.
I never let it rip. I always hold it in.
Oh no, you gotta master the art of the silent but deadly.
People were mean to me in school when I farted, so I stopped letting them out.
I'll give you an example. So you let a little silent but deadly rip, and then right when people start reacting, you just go, "Yo, dude, what the fuck?
And then
What is your problem?"
You ever response fart? Like
I don't think there is really a good, that's one of those things where you just ambushing the guy. There's nothing you can do that's going to change, fix it.
I hate that phrase, never trust a fart, never waste a boner, because it's like I used to be able to trust my farts, and then it's just that one time that you can't, that makes all the other farts have to be on their toes, right?
Well, I'll tell you what George Carlin said about it. So farting on airplanes. So you got one brewing. You know it's, between DEFCON 4 and 6. But you're not sure, it could be DEFCON 10. So what you do is you just let out 10%, what he calls a test fart.
Yeah.
So if the guy next to you, nose hairs roll up into his head, it's going to be a bad one.
Yeah.
And then you try to get to the bathroom before you go for it.
Yeah.
And then, in the end, he said, you got to do what you got to do. Holding it in is not healthy. It's not good for you. That'd be like me trying to hold in a kidney stone.
I hate bathrooms. I wish.
Well, considering you spend an inordinate amount of time in them, that's a funny statement.
Yeah. Well, I think that bathrooms, we have them as one room, but it should be 3 rooms. It comes out in stages, right? You have the bathroom that you take your shoes off in and hang up your coat. You go into the next one, and that's where you take off your pants, hang shit up, and then it probably, I don't know, maybe a sink, maybe a heater, but I don't know, maybe not a sink. I think that the sink should be way away from the toilet.
I just saw the smallest bathroom in New York City, and the sink is on the tank of the toilet. And no, it gets better. You cannot flush without turning on the sink, and you cannot turn on the sink without flushing.
Huh. That's, what was rent there?
Oh, they didn't say.
They didn't say.
It was just a BuzzFeed about this smallest bathroom in New York.
I bet that guy got paid so much money to do that article.
Well, I think the whole idea is you use the sink to feed the toilet tank. To fill the toilet tank.
Yeah.
So you can't. So you have to flush, that way the toilet tank doesn't overflow?
Dude. That's a whole new level of conformity, if you ask me.
Oh, stop.
Dude, what if we did have a
It's
chair
not
here?
conformity if you had no choice.
We just had someone here, and then they were talking because we have the microphone right there. So then
My fingers.
they'd be split in half. Hey, thanks for joining us, our guest. And then it's hello, All right. All right. One more. You don't like conformity. We didn't even go too long on conformity. I think we need to ask you, is there any deeper memories that you have about non-conformity that rang true to you and made you this person that you are today?
Yes, that was the day I punched the nun.
Continue.
Well, in grade school, it was in Boston, Massachusetts. where I went to grade school, they had what they call reject nuns, or what I call reject nuns. Those are the nuns that didn't make it in the Catholic schools. That's how bad they were. So they pretty much get jobs in the public school system. And a reject, like a nun, a regular nun, when you make a mistake, will get up from her desk, walk over, and hit you on the back of the hand with a ruler. A nun will tie 2 yardsticks together because she's too lazy to get up. So this nun was talking smack and just happened to lay some smack down on my mom, and I was not appreciated it. So she got 5 to the eyes. Didn't go over well. Yeah. Let's just say I never got to go back to that school.
You didn't like none of it.
I don't like shit talking nuns.
Conformity.
Yes.
So you're a Jewish person that went to Catholic school?
No. It just so happens the nuns were teaching in the Boston public schools.
Oh.
But it was not a Catholic school.
Okay. I should listen when you talk if we're doing a podcast.
Whoa, what a concept.
All right, guys. Well, next week you can join Jesse and I for the topic of cooperation. We're going to do that next week. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us so far today. We're going to be putting this straight online. If you're seeing this right at the same day that this is posted, that's going to be Friday. And we have a show here at Crisp tonight, tomorrow night. And then Sunday night we got karaoke and comedy. Hit me up online at Humboldt Bay on Instagram, spelled Humboldt BAE. Jesse has no way you can contact him, so just keep watching the show. Follow us on Patreon, and if you want, come smoke a joint with us over at the Crisp Lounge. It's pretty fun.
Almost always there.
Thank you, everybody who's helped me do this. I'm too grateful for everyone who's helped me do this. Until then, we'll see you guys next week. Jesse, can you hum some sort of outro? Keep going.
No.
It's still rolling.
It's still rolling.
We gotta.
Rolling.
I didn't
Rolling
record.
on.